Alright, let's try to do a quick game overview of what we learned in one stream of this. So, this is a roguelike deck builder that we go through 3 total floors with a boss at the end of each. I'm sure no one has heard of a format like that before. We go through a variety of encounters along the way, including fights with enemies, various shops, etc. We start with a crappy deck and collect more cards as we go. Our starting kind of deck and archetype depends on kind of the class we choose to start. Right now we are doing the bleed class, basically. So we started with like a giant pile of these draw bloods for our basic attacks. And we've got the basic parries for our basic blocks that we started with. And as you can see, we've mostly gotten rid of that stuff. Your deck is always exactly 20 cards big. And you can sub things in and out as you feel necessary. So if you know a certain fight's going to require certain sort of things, you can sub things out as appropriate for that fight. One very straightforward example is this All Alone card here that does a lot more damage against a single target. So if we know we're fighting like a bunch of small things, we might want to remove it from our deck. If we know we're fighting one big thing, we want it in our deck. So that's the basic idea there. Over the course of the run, based on doing damage to enemies, we collect these various Void Stones, and these can be slotted into cards for various bonus effects. For example, this one here is rigged. That means it starts in our opening hand, and whenever we reshuffle our deck, it goes on top as well. There are ones that give you just a straight up block increase, or various, like that gives you just a straight block increase. There's one that makes it create a copy of itself, with some limitations, but yeah, so that one creates a copy of itself, things like that. So that's one way to power up your cards. They can also be just directly upgraded once, as you would in like Slay the Spire, for example. So the ones that are green are cards that have been upgraded here. We've got 2 main types of cards. We've got attacks and abilities, and you see at the bottom they have a potential other modifier text that might matter. So far, the only one that's really been specifically relevant is Swift, which is used for like using a combo setup. The other archetype that we have available at the beginning of the game is a combo-based sort of deck where you get where Swift cards do bonus damage if you build up combo, basically. And of course we've got some relics, we've got our health total, we've got our currency. Here's our basic currency here, just getting from treasure rooms or killing enemies. Secondary currency is souls, which can be used to buy relics at a soul merchant, and they also do something at the end of the run. When we reach the vault, they do damage to the void, apparently. we haven't seen that in action yet, so we don't know exactly what that looks like, but that's the basic idea there. I guess we'll explain in combat stuff when we are actually in combat. And thanks for checking that, Randy. So we're halfway through this map, a little more than halfway through this map. The biggest crux of this map system is that so right now we've only got one place to go, so we'll go there, but then we'll have a choice of 2 places to go, and whenever you have multiple places to go, the places you don't go to will be blocked off unless they block your way to the exit. So, for example, if we go up to this Spellchild here, this place will be blocked off at that point. We can't go there anymore. And you can never go back to the left, so once we move from here over to here, this place up here will be blocked off as well. These things are lit up green because it lets you highlight things if you want to plan out what route you're going to take. So you can mark things green or red if you want to plan out your route in advance. Every enemy you fight always has a specific card reward you know in advance before you get there. And otherwise they give you, some amount of essence for defeating them, and you get bonus essence if you do it without taking damage as well. The one other kind of specialized card, if you will, are these potions, which are one-time use things that if you add them to your deck, they're just automatically used at the beginning of a fight. And that is that. Yeah, we did add a health potion at the end of last stream to heal up, because we're fairly hurt heading into an elite fight. So that is the plan that we're starting off with there. Additionally, we also have one spell that we can choose between, we can swap out between fights as appropriate. So when we move on to a fight like this, we know the card we're getting, and we know some idea about what we're fighting, and we can change our spell and deck as we feel appropriate based on that situation. So this apparently is a Beast of Malice. Those cursed to walk this deprived labyrinth for all of darkness will succumb to bitter hatred as it twists them from heroes to these demented beasts. And that gives you a little general tip. So, dealing damage to increases its damage output. So, if I could maybe stack a lot of bleed without doing damage to it, although bleed does damage to it also, so, So that, I don't think we will sub anything out in our deck, and we'll just see how this goes. And this will be a really good card for me to pick up, a nice bleed effect there. And the other neat thing about fighting elites is you actually get the artifact reward before you start the fight. So we get a... You get stronger right before you fight the elite instead of afterwards here. And their brains move, and they get catalytic for the host, Bouncy Boy. When you cast your spell, block equal to 3 times your spell's cooldown. That's potentially good. Yeah, we could use our spell for 9 block or whatever there. Emergency button. At the start of turn 4, all enemies suffer vulnerable to, weak to, and slow to. We still don't know what slow actually does yet, but there are a lot of keywords in this game. Every 5th time you purge a card, block 8. So I'll explain what purge is in a minute, but... Both of these are pretty solidly good, the spell shield and emergency button. Oh, gotcha, Crota, that's nice. So it's weak lowers their attack, slow lowers their frenzy, which doesn't make sense if you haven't seen this game. We'll explain that in just a sec, though. It further lowers their damage. These are both real nice. And vulnerable, as you might imagine, means we do more damage to them. Turn 4 is early enough that this is pretty good. Alright, let's take the emergency button. Okay, so basic combat mechanics. What did we do that gave us extra energy to start? Oh, right, the Sugar Rush, yes. Normally you start the fights with 3 energy with a max of 5. And at the end of each turn, you gain 2 energy. So you have permanent ice cream if you want to think of it in Slay the Spire terms. Additionally, your hand is normally 5 cards, and any cards you keep in your hand you will keep for next turn. However, you can always use cards to discard them to gain 1 energy. So most of the time you want to clear out your hand to gain the energy rather than hold stuff in your hand, but occasionally it can be worth keeping it. The other especially weird mechanic in this that's a little hard to wrap your head around is that enemies don't do damage right away. They put damage on the stack, basically. So they're set up to attack for 16, but that doesn't mean I need to block 16 this turn. See how it says here, 16 threat next turn. So if it attacks for that, and we don't like weaken or anything, then there'll be 16 damage on the stack coming at me. And then next turn I'm looking to block that 16 damage. Or if I kill it beforehand, then it won't have that damage won't hit me. So that's kind of the crux of the combat mechanics here. It's important that you can always purge a card to draw more, or excuse me, to get energy. And the enemy's attacks don't do damage right away. They go on the stack for later. One other mechanic that is not clear in this fight, since we're just fighting one big hulking enemy here, is that there can be respawns of enemies. So if there's like a bunch of small enemies, sometimes you kill one and then it'll just respawn the next turn, and this meter here will track that basically. So if you kill one, this might go up by like 20% or 50% or something, and then once it's 100%, enemies don't spawn anymore. But in this case, we just have one to kill and then the fight will be over. And yeah, that should be a good basic overview of the game in general. Here's our spell down here. It has a cooldown, so every 3 turns we can use the spell there. And otherwise, things work kind of like how you'd expect. Top left is the cost of the card. Sometimes you have kind of like almost a magic cycle type effect or whatever, right? Like this, if I purge it, which is to discard it for an energy, it gives us 5 block next turn, things like that. The one other thing to talk about is the enemy's stats up here. It's got attack power and frenzy. So the damage enemies do is their attack power times their frenzy is generally how that will work. And if they're weakened, it lowers their attack power. If they're slowed, it lowers their frenzy. And yeah, so some enemies are based around doing lots of small attacks. Some might do single big attacks. Most are somewhere in between. And this one, for example, gains 1 point of damage every time we inflict damage to it. And at 25, it raises the multiplier. Oh, for each point of damage inflicted. Oh, okay. No, I misread that. So it increases frenzy if we do 25 or more damage to it in a turn. Okay. Curious. This here would track our combo, which we aren't dealing with this deck at all. And let's see. Yeah, that our combo is also shown over here, and that should be all the important stuff. Okay. Thank you, Chrono. Yeah, you're kind of playing a turn ahead of the enemy. Exactly. I'll go over our other artifacts here. So this is the one we start with, that the first enemy we directly attack each fight gets vulnerable. We start with max energy instead of 3. Whenever we cast our spell, this goes up. So every 3 times we cast our spell, it gets an immediate cooldown refresh, so we can cast it twice in a row. Every 3 Swift cards played, we apply 2 bleed to all enemies. That does a little bit of bleed. It doesn't do a lot. This one's really strong. So like I mentioned earlier, our hand size is normally 5 to start. This makes our hand size 6. And we've got this exploding pomegranate. That's why they're already bleeding for 3 to start the battle. And there's the emergency button we just picked up there. So hopefully all of that makes sense to cover the basics of the game there. So we started with this because like it's interesting because this cost 1 to net you only 1 card, and in a lot of contexts that doesn't seem great, but considering you can always discard a card for an energy, that's actually really good. Like that's a great ability to be able to cycle through my deck for whatever I want. So, I mean, that does 36 damage. I don't know how we want to deal with this fight. Like, we want to get its bleed to, like, 24 and just stare at it? Like, well, we gotta be careful, like, that we don't increase it with this Fan of Blades, like... It's weird. We are not super well equipped to handle this fight. So that's just a sizable block with a moderate bleed. This is a huge block that exhausts, expels after being used, or you can purge it to delay there. This gives me block based on my energy. So none of those are particularly good right now because blocking this turn doesn't do anything. So we can just go ahead and discard that. I really don't have a good idea of what we want to do in this fight. I guess we want to build up 24 bleed and 24-ish bleed. Oh, wait. So the other thing is that vulnerable applies to bleed. Alright. So if we do that one more time, that puts them at what exactly? Puts them at 17, which is too much, right? Yeah, resets at the start of my turn. Bleed happens at the end of the enemy's turn, to be clear. So we will just do this for 1 bleed and 5 direct damage. So that's at... Wait. Oh, because they were already vulnerable. It wasn't 5 direct damage, it was 8 direct damage. Oh my god. Alright, well, I guess we're going in? Then? Counting is hard. Counting is so hard. It's, alright, guess we're going in then. Although I guess if I waited, it's not 24 as fast, but that's okay. So we're gonna hang on to this to do a full 30 block next turn, I think. And we're kind of just trying to dunk it fast. Or are we? Because we still have a chance, we still don't have to go all in, right? Although we kind of do, because we already upped its frenzy, it's gonna be scary. Only 25 plus, Kedgar. But then it resets and then it can go up again for the next 25. So this would put it at 18 for 27 damage. What's the rest of our deck look like? We can trigger their bleed and block high. Oh, we probably should have removed Slice and Twain. Not that I have much good to replace it with, but... If we had the card that we win from winning this fight, that's good. When we play this, we're also applying another 2 bleed, rather. Additionally. Hey, give bonus. So purge that. We don't have enough to really go all in right now, right? But if we, yeah, I wish I could count. That would have been helpful, probably. I was not ready to increase its damage output. Oh yeah, there was the other one. We do have Gutted down here, which triggers their current bleed as well. All right, we've got both of those. That's probably enough that we can go in. So we're going in, and we're gonna hope for the best. This is like interesting because if we happen to draw like the Sanguine Shell, that's gonna be our block, like exactly what we need, and plus this 5 would be great. So I don't know if we want to just purge this. Maybe we do. We probably just want to purge it because we've also got. This does not scroll down very well. That's the one thing that's awkward about playing this with the tablet. So we've got 8 blocking applies weak to them. And we've got the sidestep that blocks based on twice my energy. We actually need to hold on to the tower shield, don't we? Yeah, we don't have enough other good block in our deck. So we'll do that in turn. So they set 24 damage on the stack here. Oh, good. Wait, how's that attack for 30? Instead of 32 or 24 rather. Yeah, why is this 30? I guess the pummel just attacks for a flat damage amount or something? Which is weird, but they increase their frenzy naturally, which makes me feel a little less bad about having increased it otherwise, but this has a clot effect which consumes some of the blood on the target to do a bonus. Overcharge gives you extra energy next turn if you have overcharge, and if you have multiple stacks of it, it just ticks down each time. Alright, so we can use a backstab here to add more blood to them and give them a weaken, so that'll be less damage. Wait, will it be less damage incoming? I guess we'll find out. No, yeah, Pummel's just a complete straight up flat damage amount. That's rude. Alright, so we're hoping to use both of those for block. We do this one first. This is a bad card that shouldn't even be in our decking in this fight. And nice give, yeah. I would like to highlight that probably. Well, if we play more of this game, I mean, I can do it even if we don't play more. But like, I'm trying to develop like a series of like little primer things like that, that kind of give a nice overview of a game in advance like that, you know. All right, so that applies 4 more bleed. Whew. So, I mean, we're covered for next turn. Yeah, I mean, and they're vulnerable, and emergency button will trigger. Like, we'll maybe be okay. Maybe be okay. All right, and this we can do this again because of the cauldron triggered there, the stew of bad memories. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that. We want as much bleed as we can get on this right now, I think. So we'll do this. We won't be able to cast that twice, I don't think. No. Because we need to cast both of these. We don't need to cast this, but I think it's worth it. It'll still give us a chance to get a perfect in this fight, after all, which is not that impossible. Like, our damage is ramping up, they're gonna stay vulnerable, and we're blocking this turn in full and next turn in full. So... Oh, we're not... Oh wait, no, this isn't gonna increase their damage, because it's a flat 30. Okay, it's fine if we increase their frenzy this turn. I'm just like, wait, that's gonna trigger a pile of frenzy on them. That's fine, though, it's fine, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Block 4. Get overcharge. This is so since this was a copy card, it's volatile, so it's automatically destroyed when we play it or at end of turn, and we can't purge it for extra mana. So that's where we're at. We're just ended on that. But we're gaining 3 energy next turn because of the overcharge. Oh yeah, daisies directly to the top. They are, yes. So, yeah, the garbage added on top, but that's okay. So we can cast a tower shield. Okay, they're gonna be weakened next turn anyway. Indeed, Crow. So we don't care about the weakens, we don't care about the block, so let's go ahead and trash that. I guess we want to cast both of these? So Rage just increases attack card damage. That doesn't really do very much, but we had the red gem, so it was better to slot it than to not, basically. I may not even need to block next turn, actually. Although, let's see. Yeah, quite possible I don't need. What's left in our deck here? Okay, we probably need to block next turn. And Sing wouldn't consume 2, right? Yeah. Oh, although we will get Battle Plan. So we'll have the 4 cards in our deck plus Battle Plan plus 1 other card. But the problem is bleed triggers at the end of the turn, right? Like that's... We can easily bleed it twice, but that's not quite enough. But it will be weakened for whatever that's worth, which is not much. No, this is fine. Yeah, that's plenty. So that's 44 plus 40, yeah. That leaves them at 1. I don't know why I'm thinking this math is so hard. They're going to be at 1 damage, we can deal 5 damage. Good. It doesn't matter that they'll be weakened and slowed. They'll be too dead. Oh, right. I forgot that the damage was going to go down slightly, but that's fine. Fortunately, not a problem. It went down because when you trigger bleed, it also triggers the reduction. Like, it goes down by 1 every time it triggers, but cool. Get a nice perfect there. So you get a good chunk of extra money for getting the perfect. And this is just a slightly better version of the card that we just used to like win that fight with, basically. So that's pretty good. We are gonna want that as a core in our deck for sure. Yeah, we'll just put it in for one of these for right now. Okay. I mean, our deck has some decent synergy. I mean, if we can kill it that fast, maybe this wasn't the correct choice for this, but maybe we should have taken the shield instead, but that's okay. So this gives us a chance to buy other spells. Let's see. Right, if we go down here, then we can go here, and then end, and that's what we want to do. If we go here, then we... Oh, I guess we can do here, and end. Which is also worse. I'd much rather have the potion and the 2 upgrades. The arrows are upgrades. We don't really care about these cards, I don't think. Like, I don't think I care about Natural 20 very much, and Hidden Blade is for combo stuff. Basically, it's balanced so it doesn't consume your combo. But we're not doing that, so... Bleed 3 to all enemies is still probably not something we want, but maybe. We'll have that option anyway. But we get a potion from this as well. Alright. Emergency button is on our 4th turn. It applies to vulnerable, weak, and slow to all enemies. That's what it seems like, Chrono, yeah. The unholy court. In the light, prayer is uttered into the divine. Here there is no such concept. The spiritual know of nothing else but their own twisted master, their unholy king. Wait, does this mean there's 4 enemies active to start? Some healing and the ability to inflict fear. We've never seen a fight with 4. I assumed that was impossible. Well, let's probably remove the thing that benefits if there's only 1 enemy alive. Not that we have anything we're that excited about replacing it with, but... There's probably no downside to using the healing potion now, but I'm still not gonna. I guess we would, yeah, we would put the Blade Storm that we're gonna win from this fight in if we had it. So, do we just put a basic draw blood in, or do we put all alone in for a finishing blow? Eh? We mostly don't want to use either of those cards. We're probably more likely to use that, though. Alright, well, we perfected the elite fight, so now we're guaranteed to, Oh no, okay, it is only 3 to start. Oh, and this is only 80%. We definitely want to kill something else before killing the Unholy King. Let's see. When defeated, 5 Banes are added to your deck. You dare kill the king. Alright, well. Oh good, they take less damage from bleed. Well, that's rude. And you're just a fighter, okay. Hey, Zergling. Alright, so comfortably our big blocks are gonna be in our hand next turn, not this turn. This is basically a big block, but can block for 10 or even 12 pretty easily. Greetings, Dalek. Alright, well, assumedly we don't want that. So, we've got lots of order considerations. The first thing we attack will be vulnerable for a big number. When we use this, it increases direct damage of other things, which actually does affect a few things we're probably going to cast here. We want to use this on this jerk to weaken them so they have less damage incoming next turn, in case we don't draw the tower shield. And we probably want to cast that twice. And... it's 60%, that's 29%. Like, this is probably easier to kill and a bigger threat, so given our bleed focus here. So the question is if we vulnerable the Unholy King or the champion here. So we don't want to kill the king too early. Which is also weird. Alright. Do that. Gotta do that. We're gonna do this and this. And so that triggers for 36 already. That's probably worth doing, huh? It's 11 right now. So that's... It's weird. So, because that adds bleed, that effectively removes 1 bleed. So, this is like 8, 9 is how I kind of want to think of this in terms of damage. Or it's a 10, excuse me, because of the bonus. So it's a 12. And this does 42, but then like minus... Yeah, but it's enough more that we want to do it. Okay. Get reasonably dunked on. We'll trash that to have more energy next turn. And we're pretty likely to draw at least one of our big blocks. We have to draw at least a reasonable block here. Virtually impossible not to. Okay. Trigger all bleed. So this removes 4 bleed from a target and applies 12 bleed to everybody else. So this is a great one to use against that spirit. What's yours is mine. You're just discarding the top card of my deck? Okay, sure. That's fine. I want to clarify that the bait is a card of shame. Shame! Horrific vision. So fear is rude, but not too terrible. We'll have to discard a card afterwards there. Okay, so we want to do this first for the rest of the block, because we got 27 incoming. This is only going to block 20. This is going to be dead, but then a new one of those is going to respawn for next turn. And that's all fine-ish. Alternatively, we could cast both of these. Instead of this. Get bleed stacking on the king here. We probably want to do that, right? 1, 2, 3, 6. And this rebounds so we can actually cast it and then remove it as appropriate. I was about to slice the ghost just because, like, the default thought is it's good on them, right? Because the bleed, it's better to remove their bleed and put it elsewhere, but no, we should kill this directly and remove some of that bleed and put it over here. That makes a lot more sense. So, yeah, I think we are not casting this then. We're casting that for its 4 block, that for 4 block, that for 20 block. Cool. So do that. Apply a little random bleed. Trigger their bleed, get more energy next turn. And they don't actually have any damage incoming that turn. But we're gonna have a respawn over here. Okay, we got another champion. I think it could have been any of the things. So they've got 23 incoming. we want to keep the tower shield so that we can purge it. Yeah, probably. Let's get rid of this. This is not good. Okay. It's going to be double tagging the champion with that. So if we kill anything, we don't want to kill this first, basically. Although we kind of don't want to kill this first either, because it's going to add the pile of bans, but... if we kill that at the same time as something, that's fine. But otherwise, we want to kill everything kind of evenly here. So in effect, we haven't seen yet. This has a sift, which basically lets me discard cards from my deck, so lets me ditch cards that I don't need right now. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle like so here. Probably want to do that for the bonus next turn. Oh, I could have done this before drawing cards too. I probably should have. But, or maybe I shouldn't have? I don't know. It's a weird dichotomy there. Alright. The most awkward thing about the Sift effect is that it's mandatory. So, like, if you activate Sift 4, you are discarding 4 cards from your deck, period. You can't be like, yeah, I'm gonna discard 2. That's all I really want to discard. I kind of need the rest of these cards. Nope, too bad. Get wrecked, nerd. That's how that works. So we probably don't have the mana to cast Gutted this turn. That's probably fine. Purge that for 5 block next turn. Start poking at that. So we've got 3 pretty decent blocks. And we're fairly excited about this. So yeah, really the only thing we really don't want are just the basics here, so ditch those. And that triggers our little blade here for a little extra bleed. That also gave us an overcharge, so we're going to have an extra energy next turn. To be clear, if I gain another overcharge, it doesn't give me 2 energy next turn, it just gives me another turn of overcharge. So if I have 2 overcharge, it increases my cap, if that mattered. That usually doesn't, but it could. But the overcharge goes down 1 each turn, so I'll have 2 overcharge next turn if I cast this again, and then 1 overcharge the turn after that, and each turn I'll just gain the 1 extra energy. Alright, do we want to ditch another mediocre card and get another overcharge? Or do we want to start stacking more bleed? Yes to both. Let's do that. This makes it easier to block this turn, I think. Why are they all shiny? Is that the effect for being weakened and slowed and stuff, maybe? Hey, Go-Go. So we probably want to use this on the Lost Spirit. I've got 18 incoming. Can we block that? Yes. So we can discard a card to get this up to 10. So 10 plus 8. We can also use that for 12 if we prefer. Because we don't actually need to apply the weekend, actually. This is better. So if we just need 12 and 8, that's all we need. Okay. The minus 50% plus 50% is not purely additive, it would appear. So that bleed is going to do 11 damage instead of 13. Oh, I could have done this first and made that do slightly more damage, although arguably we didn't want to. I don't want to kill that without killing something else at the same time. We may not even want to cast that, in fact. Maybe we do. Though we are already overcharged. And we're guaranteed to draw, yeah, Cold Blood next turn. Okay, and that's going to add 5 bleed. I assume we can set this up for everything to be dead next turn. So that's going to be 56, so they're going to be at 6 health. If 5 Banes are added to my current deck, we're no longer guaranteed to draw this. If we kill it right now, huh? The 5 bleed plus the 6 damage would be enough to kill it this turn, I believe. So, yeah, we don't want to kill it this turn, so spread out the damage elsewise. In fact, we could even, like, keep that in our hand if that felt appropriate, huh? Interesting. Yeah, maybe we'd do that. Then we're just discarding this if we're doing that. Alright, so I think that, I say that, but then, like, the 5 bleed there is also appropriate. But yeah, if we double the bleed on that, it's dead. Anyway. Oh, we still need to kill this? Oh man, we still want to be able to kill that. I guess there's only 12... Wait, why does it say 12 threats coming in next turn? What? Why is there only 12 threat coming in next turn? Isn't there 24 threat coming in next turn? fine, yeah, but it's 18 plus 6 right here. Like, it says what they're doing. Where's the lie? Like, those numbers are already accounting for the reduced attack and frenzy. If I look away and look back... No, none of those UI elements refresh. What if I, like, look over here? Nope. None of those affect anything. I have no idea. There's no, like, weird buffs or anything. There's not... I mean, we're moderately likely to be able to pick up the, tower shield. This looks like combat lock. Yeah. I guess I could leave that on. That's, I mean, is that actually helpful for stream when it's that tiny in the text? Unclear. But that could potentially be helpful if you look away and look back. So I'm gonna assume this is a lie and 24 is incoming next turn. In any case. So, if I bleed, we'll put that at 37. And as far as I know, that rounds up. So that would be 8 more damage. Put them at 56, which this is exactly enough to kill. So that's the plan. So we're looking to... In fact, we are drawing one other basic attack, right? Yeah, so that does 5. This will be dunked with the snake eye card, whatever it was called. So we want more damage on them. We could do this for 3 bleed on them, which is like 2 more damage. They're probably not dying next turn. Maybe that's just gonna have to be fine. Well, I mean, we've got 5, so that'd be 7, 15. If we draw one other basic attack, which we can fish for with the draw 2, discard 1 that's gonna be automatically put at the top of our deck. Okay, I think we actually do... Oh, we can use this twice. We can actually play 3 bleed to it twice, which feels so lame, but maybe it's even correct. Let's see. That only increases the damage by 1, but that 1 actually is probably all we needed, to be honest. Because 2 5s make up the remaining difference. Oh, we didn't need it because they're going to be vulnerable. Hold on, does that mean 1 more will be enough for 1 to do the job? Because 1 will do 8 damage. Yes. It's interesting how I was accounting for the vulnerable bonus to the bleed damage, but not for anything else. I just decided to treat it opposite of Spire rather than combining the two effects. Okay, so you get that. You get yourself discarded. You go there, and I think our math is good. Alright. So we were right about where the lie was. Someone could feel free to clip that if they would like, and we could send it to the dev. But, okay, so we can kill them, and we can kill them, and we can kill them. Lovely. Lovely. I want a bonus for killing everything in one, like, amazing swoop like this. I mean, we do have the bonus, but it's not a bonus, you see. Energy potion. The start of every turn, get one more energy. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. The malformed. Fiends. Now I'm gonna go with friends woven from the substance of the abyss and threaded with an utterly alien intent. They silently drag their victims into a crack between life and death. Inflict high amounts of spike damage. Certain enemies can gain high amounts of fortitude. We have not seen fortitude yet. Rotting Gut Fiend. So, do we want a Blade Storm now? Probably. Probably. Things are probably not strong against bleed or anything. And it's... I could definitely see myself getting in the, we gotta just save all these potions for later sort of situation. Rotting Gut Friend. But, like, it feels like I probably don't want to use, like, a crippling potion against a non-elite fight. Do I? Oh, no. No, thank you. This is basically a power, by the way. It, like, is almost kind of neat, but it does too little for its expense there. Oh, does that let us add? Okay, it lets us put 21. We just have to fix it first. Okay, that's good. That's how you want it to be. I just hadn't ever actually done that yet. Got a lot of stuff we want to upgrade now. We've got this and then one more fight before the boss. Yeah, I mean, should be good to go. Like, we've only got one card that actually gives us combo. Like, there's some stuff here we could do with, like, the Bloodlust here that could do kind of interesting things with a, like, split bleed plus combo deck, but we do not have the cards to make that a reality. Alright, potions are for suckers. And you can add potions from here, it looks like, too. Alright, what is this? This enemy can never gain frenzy. Okay, so they're just single big hits. For attacking, this enemy will gain 10 fortitude. Damage a creature suffers will first be taken from their fortitude. Okay, so it's just block. And they get to block stuff. And that starting poison hit does make it easier to apply this too. Because that needs to consume 4 bleed before it can be applied. I think I just called it poison. Poison also exists, and it's just like bleed, except it happens at the beginning of the turn instead of the end. So if we wanted to keep one for next turn, we'd probably keep that one for next turn. Or the tower shield directly. We're also kind of looking for something that benefits from having a bunch of overcharged stacks, because we got like some overcharged synergy situation going here. Anyway, who do we want to be mega vulnerable? If we kill that first, nothing else respawns. So let's do that, probably. I think that means we do that. To make Slice It work, we actually do need to cast this for its 1 bleed. That's fine. Try to think of how greedy we're getting as far as blocking stuff. Because like it's really pretty expensive to just hang on to cards, but it can still be worth it. Because it means you're drawing 1 less card and gaining 1 less energy, basically. Broadly speaking. So we've got 5 if we just discard that. We could play this once and then discard it again for neutral. We could even still play it twice if we want. And then we're potentially hanging on to this. Alright. Do that. Give them the pile of vulnerable. Do this on either the left or right. Who do we want to remove the bleed from? Assumedly we care the least about killing them fast, because this is not very much, well, I mean, it's somewhat more health with the block, I guess, but... Also, I miscounted. Thought I could actually cast this twice if I wanted to. Not that I think I actually want to, but... So assumedly we just ditch this. That's the usual choice. We're hanging on to this to give us a pretty good, like, that means if we don't draw our big block, we can still, yeah, we need to hang on to that, I think. Alright. Probably not a bad start. Alright, we did draw that, but we've got other options too. The starting bleed on everyone is also good with this, because that means that synergizes to keep their bleed down. Kick Dust adds 2 dazes and 1 more attack power, sure. So what that really importantly means is they're only attacking for 15 next turn. So that can easily be 20. What we got left here? So we've got no block for next turn. We're probably not killing them this turn, no. So we're keeping this for next turn? Okay. So we discard 1 first, that'll be 12 plus 8, 20. Are we then just casting this, or we tried to cast this twice? That's probably gonna be too expensive, right? Although, I mean, I guess they're... Yeah, they're gonna be attacking for 12 next turn after being weakened. If this was up last turn, which I think it was, I should have used that on somebody, I think. Probably the middle one. Oh, this gives us 4 block, right. If we're casting that, that gives us 4 block. Cool. So... Right, this stuff doesn't actually cost very much mana, and we're going to be at 6, so that's actually fine. Cool, yes. So we will get rid of this sidestep, play the other sidestep, play Anemia, have some random bleed, have some targeted bleed, and just purging it doesn't actually net us any energy, that's why I'm hesitating. But yeah, alright, see you later. Oh, the weekend did more than I thought. They're only going to attack for 9. We still have literally... Well, I guess we technically did have Bloodlust, but that would only be 4 blocks, so... We want another good block card to replace that. It seems just very slightly better than a basic block because of the overcharge effect. But even that's kind of dubious. Alright, get to draw ourselves 2 dazes and some other stuff. Self-destruct. Add 5 Bades and 2 dazes. Well, gut friend isn't a friend after all. We, ain't killing gut friend. Fortunately, that means they will respawn because we won't kill this in time. Do we draw our 3 first? I think we draw at the very end, so I think, next turn sucks. Does it suck enough that we just take the 9 this turn so we can save this to block to 18 next turn? Maybe. That is a lot. 5 Banes. It's gonna add 5 curses and 2 dazes to my turn. Actually, I don't know where Banes are added. Banes might be added to the discard pile first. That would be more reasonable. So that's probably the case. Because 5 is so many. Let's see. Oh, this thing isn't swift. If we cast this, it does the 2 bleed to everybody anyway. But then I can't cast both of these. Well, I think taking 9 this turn to be able to block next turn is probably still correct. It's feeling pretty correct. See you later, perfect. It's like, even counting for the fact that the Banes are going to my discard, I'm still quite unlikely to draw into what I want. Oh, the timing of that. If I had cast the 3 extra bleed, this wouldn't have respawned. Interesting. Interesting. So that would have been worth, but not a big deal. And we do still want to probably kill the thing on the left here now. So I think that means we're doing this. I don't think we like do some weird cheekiness and hang onto this for next turn. I mean, it would be enough. It is enough to kill this thing, but we still have to deal with this. And I mean, I know they're only taking for 6, but we still want to make sure we can block what's coming in. Which is not a problem, but not much reason not to play it safe there. So yeah, just stack some more bleed under damage on left friend over here. I guess we'll use these 2 for block. Sure. Okay, making sure I didn't do something weird and miss my block count there. You go ahead and queue up that damage. Alright. Upgrade points do need to be spent immediately. Oh, upgrading that only makes it do more flat damage. Well, that's not that exciting. Let's hoping for something a little better than that. Okay, my upgrades actually suck. Good to know. Bladestorm being at 5 is quite a bit better. Battle Plan is a pretty easy upgrade still. Alone triggers 1 more time against a solo target, so you know, that's pretty good. Upgrading this means just setting it up to intentionally be purging it to delay block is pretty good. If we ever want to use this card, upgrading it's kind of essential. Although I still don't actually know how this works. Like if you trigger their bleed and that kills them, do you still gain the block? This is another one that would be a pretty mandatory upgrade if you were actually using it. That one's just straight up twice as good. That one is as well. Oh no, this one's not, because it actually upgrades the cost. So that one's, like, better, but less strictly better, yeah. It's certainly interesting. Certainly interesting. I'm gonna try it. We will try the upgraded blood siphon there. Too bad that doesn't, like, actually heal me. Like, it sounds like it could, but alas. So, do we replace... any number of things. Do we replace Gutted? Do we replace just a basic attack? Actually, we replace Gutted for now. Alright, so we got the Unholy King and friends again for our next fight here. And that will come with an upgrade again. There's nothing we really want to sub out for this. Like, even if Lost Spirits are strong against bleed, whatever. Like, that's fine. And we shouldn't need to use a potion. I mean, we can use the healing potion whenever. Like, as far as I know, there's no downside to using it now, but I'm still waiting anyway, just so I can appropriately forget to use it against the boss and then die because of it. You know, that's how you gotta play these games, fast and loose like that. Because when you think Twin Stream, you think fast and loose gameplay. And you also think break times? Not that I really take like an excessive amount of breaks. I should honestly take more than I do. But I'm a loose cannon. Got nothing to lose. Hey guys, thank you all for joining me and hanging out. Feel free to drop a follow if you're new. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. Alrighty, we are back. Greetings, Raven. Hey there, chocolate cake. This gray cube. So I will feel personally offended. Call it Balrog, that gray cube. This is definitely a game we could switch to playlist on. We'll leave it with in-game music through the end of one run at least, though, I think. See, Toaster feels more acceptable than that gray cube to me. Alright, sorry, Toho music. Alright. Yeah. Maybe we'll see a courtesan this time. We'll get a card we don't care about at all for winning this fight. So, same effect there. Nothing special from the courtesan yet. King starting with the self buff. Attacking for 24 already. I mean, we can drop that down a chunk with a weaken. Drop that down 6. But that's 2 mana when we don't even need the block either. Alright, well, we're never using that. We're going to discard that for now. We're going to be double casting this. This is not an ideal starting hand. We can use this to weaken the scarier one. Okay, so yeah. We'll have to kill 4 total things. Killing courtesan first is probably correct, but it's pretty close on courtesan or champion. We could certainly end up going either way on that. Oh, if I want to do this on the champion twice, it's too late. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do it once on it then. I mean, we can weaken her too, huh? We still have both of our side steps. We should probably keep some block in hand, yeah, because we're not guaranteed to draw Sanguine or Tower Shield. So we keep that in hand for 12, or do we keep that for 8 plus the weaken? Stack up some more bleed over there. ditch that. We'll go ahead and stack more bleed and weaken her as well. If you haven't seen much of this yet, Chocolate Cake, the one of the weird things about combat is that we're kind of acting a turn ahead of the enemies. So they're attacking for 18 right now, but that damage is gonna go on the stack for next turn. You'll see how that works more cleanly, but we don't need to block this turn, is the crux of it. So we have not blocked at all this turn. I'm just planning on keeping one of these for next turn and trying to figure out which we want to keep. We probably want to go ahead and use this on the champion over there. It's a good chunk of damage. So we'll purge one of these, keep the other one. Think we keep anemia? So you can see there's now 18 damage coming in right now, because that's what's stacked up there. So now I'm looking to block, and when I play block cards, this number will go down. That's how that will work. Okay, so save Sanguine. Probably just ditch it, plan on drawing Tower Shield next turn. So use Anemia and Sidestep to full block here. And use whatever mana we have left to do the other things. Okay. Get them all weakened. So, Blade Storm, Throat. Since that's a ghost card, because we got the black gem socket in it. After this fight, we should get another Void Stone, one of those gems we can socket. Chosen Champion's already gonna be dead this turn. Bladestorm won't be quite enough to kill them. Maybe we used raw blood on the Chosen Champion then to make sure they die this turn. Not a big fan of the Unholy King just sitting here and powering up. The discard effect they do is kind of silly. Oh, it could be terrifying, though. They could discard the Tower Shield, actually. Could be terrible. In fact. Nothing to be done about it now, though. Alternatively, do we want to not kill that this turn? Maybe we don't want to kill that this turn, actually. Yeah, that would probably be better. We got, yeah, good options to kill it next turn. So let's kill it next turn instead. Oh, also, because of that proccing, we could totally kill it this turn with Blade Storm. So you specifically don't cast Blade Storm now. The reason I don't want to kill it this turn is because if I can just easily kill it next turn, we can prevent it from attacking next turn, basically, right? Whereas if I kill it right now, it'll respawn with something and they'll be ready to attack right away. Alright, are we casting this or are we starting with full mana? Let's start with full mana. Yeah. Alright, don't land your 1 and 6, or if you do, give me one of my other outs. I mean, I would rather another out anyway. Ideally. I'd prefer not to cast the Tower Shield this turn, but... God, yeah, see, they're doing 30 damage even weakened right now, because they've just been sitting up buffing this whole time. Stupid unholy king. Who do they think they are? Interesting. Oh wait, if we could kill 2 of these at the same time, nothing's gonna respawn, right? $24. No vulnerable though. Pretty hard to get there. We can get 36 pretty easily. We can get 42. We've got definitely some stuff we could draw into that does the trick. Alright, let's do this over here once. Yeah, Sanguine Shell would actually be great to draw into. Blood Siphon and Cold Blood would do the trick. Okay, discard that. Since our plan is to slice this in twain, we will go ahead and backpedal over here again. Get rid of sustenance. Right, and then we get 2 more bleed there, which could actually matter. Let's cast a battle plan. We did not get what we wanted, I don't think. Huh? Could block for 16 with these if we wanted to. Okay, so this is going to be at 26. I mean, if we can actually cast things, we're not blocking very well if we kill it this turn. Like, we can't afford all of that, right? It's, well, that's 4. Yeah, no, we're not blocking it all this turn if we're doing that. Probably going to be better for us to take a little bit of damage this turn to save the Tower Shield. I mean, we're fairly likely to draw the Sanguine Shield, but that's 36 or 30 here. Four turns just didn't sound that far into the fight when we decided to take this, but the fight's pretty well in by turn 4. But I want to kill it this turn. But I also don't want to take 18 damage. Okay. So we were probably only casting Slice and Twain from Shadow and maybe Bloodlust then. Let's see. Not if... yeah. Not Bloodlust, huh? So we want to take 6 if we're holding onto the Tower Shield. I mean, we can also purge the Tower Shield, block more this turn, have 5 block for next turn, but possibly have not way not enough block next turn. Let's see. We still got both side steps and the Blood Siphon. Okay, so we don't necessarily need the Tower Shield for next turn. No, this is the same run. These runs in this are pretty long, Hyper. Like 2.5 times as long as this fire run or something. 3 times, something like that. Okay, so get that block there. We're gonna greed that. Take 6. Soul sacrifice. Okay, well, good thing you're dying before that happens. That's not allowed, friend. No heal for 50% and buff. Okay. So we got 31... If we discard 2 and then do these 2, we're good. That's probably our plan. Yeah, that all seems fine. And we should be set up to kill the Unholy King next turn before they attack for a bajillion with all their buffs. This will die to the Singwin, triggering all bleed. Okay. So that's we gotta count the bleed like 3 times or at least twice to compare the damages here. So this is either 22 versus 21. Okay, no matter what, this is still gonna be more. Okay. Oh, especially I wasn't even counting the vulnerable on the basic damage, so definitely there. You go over there. You do all of that. And I don't think there's a lot of reason to do that, right? Yeah, we've got in cold blood there. Yeah, that should all be fine. So it did take a hit. Oh, also, the king was already dead. I was treating it like I needed to hit them 3 times instead of twice. But, alright. We got some bad cards we're using. We need like another sidestep in the deck or something. Maybe I should just upgrade a basic block and put that in instead of like Bloodlust. It's not good. And this just raises its flat damage a little bit. If we're using Bladestorm, upgrading it is good. We could upgrade the other From Shadow and use it, and I would kind of hate that, but it'd be okay. It's not the worst idea. You can't go too wrong upgrading the battle plan. It's in a weird spot where, like, there's a lot of stuff that needs upgrading, but also none of the upgrades are really that important here. This is way better for Bladestorm, though. So, if we intend to use it, we should absolutely upgrade it. Alright. We've got ourselves a blue gem we can socket in now. The Black Coach. From the darkness, an epitome of damnation emerges, taking form of an oppressive coach shrouded in gloom. Victims caught in its path are violently churned through thundering hooves of nightmarish steeds, while their souls are wrenched into the abyss of the Black Coach. Creatures' minions can gain a high amount of block. The slower you kill their minions, the greater their attack power will be. It kind of feels like I should use, like, another potion, but... yeah, like... if I'm using a potion, I guess it's energy. What are the other potions we haven't seen? Oh, increase hand size by 1. Very nice. And 25% rage. Sure. And stealth. Creatures will skip their first turn. Alright, what's our blue gem? Oh yeah, that's a draw 1, discard 1. Okay. We can add a cycle to whatevs, huh? Well, what do we cast all the time? We can add it to this upgraded sidestep. Because even when we're purging this, we can cast it rather than purge it. Hey there, Eltress. So that's probably our best bet. Yeah. Whoop. We could probably get in some shaky all alone hits here. More so if we use the energy pot. We should try to seek out some block cards on the next floor, I suppose, huh? Let's give me like 3 more Seguin shells and we'll be good to go. Nope. Oh, is the 3rd floor, okay. I mean, that's probably good. Broadly speaking. We'll do that, I suppose. Are we keeping the AoE hit thing? Oh, probably. There might be more than one coach summoned at a time. Yes, and there are indeed. I think I might have said more than one coach at a time, but I meant steed. Immune to all damage. Okay, so we do have to kill the steeds first explicitly, rather than just, Oh, it's fully immune. It doesn't even get my bleed to start. How rude. These jokers got threads and needles over here. This is not a very exciting opening hand here. Gaze of death incoming over here. I don't want to cast any of these things this turn. We did not draw the things we wanted to draw, that's for sure. And I mean, I guess. Oh wait, no, this is the All Alone. I was thinking this was the other one, the other thing with a sinister yellow eye in the picture. Wrong, sinister yellow eye. All right. Well, and we mostly might as well have cast one of these. We want 5 block or 5 bleed or 12 damage. Rather. I guess we want 5 bleed, huh? All right. Good first turn, everybody. Good work. They're both buffing their multipliers. Black Coach is just sitting there getting +7 AP every turn. Yikes. Got, I think we only have 4 damage to block. I think that's how that works. I think the vulnerable applies to unblocked damage. Yeah, when your threat triggers, you take 50% extra damage. Yep. Exactly. Okay. Well, I mean, save you for when we need you. I guess we might as well weaken them. They'll be weakened next turn where it actually matters. Do we want to remove stuff here? We want to remove Bloodlust. We kind of want to keep the rest, but only kind of. Maybe we want to remove Slice and Twain too. I mean, even if that's only hitting 2 things, it's still not bad. But not, like, great either. Yeah, I think we want the weaken applied here, so let's go ahead and get that popping. Oh, I was supposed to do this first if I wanted to do it, which I probably do. It's probably okay to cast all the things. Load up piles of overload. If we want to cast all the things, we're ditching Slice and Twin next turn, and that's fine. Have some more bleed. Maybe we didn't want the more bleed, based on what we're drawing this turn. It's okay. And still first blood the right one once, which ain't bad. Well, we got our Slice and Twin back if we want it. So we want to purge this. Probably want to trigger their bleed after increasing it once. Yes. Oh, we had. Alright, well. We applied 2 bleed to everybody. It's really hard to keep track of that. I guess we're discarding you now. Okay, that's fine. One down. 13 damage coming in. I almost just clicked Bloodlust instinctively, but we might need the block. We got 12 here, not 13, alas. But 8 plus 4 is also only 12, so it is what it is. Panic button, of course, triggered a turn early, or two turns early. So yeah, we'll just ditch. Do that. Do that. We want to keep our overcharge going? I guess we can keep it going with this too, though. Although that's real bad. So is everything. All this is trash. Okay, well, get out of here. What are we doing last time? We might be blood siphoning them. Probably these two then? Okay. Missed the random bleed. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. If we care about the block, then that one's free because we get it on the rebound. And they're just up to 29 attack now on that coach. So I mean, we can always Sanguine plus Blood Shield right here to kill it. It's not really what I want to do with it though. But depending on what we draw with Battle Plan, we don't know if we have a better option, and we can backpedal before doing the Battle Plan to increase our Battle Plan draws, but if we're not using Blood Siphon or Sanguine Shield, we want to sidestep, and we want to do that while we're at full energy. Alright, why don't we just do this? It's probably resembles correct. What are we actually trying to draw? We're trying to draw in Cold Blood. Is really the only thing we truly want, huh? I mean, I guess if we just in Cold Blood at once, then it's good, yeah. Let's up the odds we find that then. We got there. Cool. So nothing else matters. We cast Light It Up to keep overcharge high, I guess. Probably the plan there. What does Trample do? I didn't actually even look at... Oh, right. It's just the name of the effect that increases their frenzy by 1. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, we'll just let them die to the bleed. Yeah, if we just discard it, we'll be at 6 out of 6 energy for next turn. Okay. What is this? Oh, that's just the unlimited. Okay. Attacking. Oh, right. They're not attacking yet, but still, like, so hard to get used to, right? Not really the draws we want, but a double for the throat is good at least. We can do this to to draw and then discard. We cast that first because we want the energy from this. Okay, more for the throat. Cool. We I mean, with excess mana, we might want to cast that just for the extra weaken. Like, we're already weakening. Oh, we can double weaken anyway, because we can use our spell twice. Okay. Get double weakened. Nice stack of blood over here, friendo. We reduce their blood in order to increase our overcharge. A step. Like, I guess? Okay. So we can often sing one instead of Tower Shield. Okay, we got a sidestep. Should be 8. Can't cast all of the things, turns out. But, does that mean we save this? I don't know. Let's see. Do that at least. Right, I can't cast all alone anyway. So even when they're all alone, it's good. We're still discarding it. Okay. Fair enough. And we're probably holding on to that because, like, that, yeah. There's no reason to get cheeky and, like, just block it and then they'll die. Like, that's all we need to do. That's all that needs to happen here. So, no reason to do anything different. I can just Tower Shield, save Blood Siphon in turn, pass the turn, and we're good. We'll discard some stuff in case, like, I'm missing something, I guess. Yeah, have some of that. It's just trigger targets bleed. So we do that next turn, we're good. Yeah, I can see that, Critter. Oh, we got options. We could do both. Perfect victory against the boss. New spell, Nightmare Steed. Alright. I mean, these upgrades still aren't that important. So we have to put, like, is it just 25 max HP again? It feels like 25 max HP again. Like, we don't want any more green void stones. Red void stones are almost as bad. Blue is fine. Oh, we can't see their other effects here. Okay. Yellow is fine. Is there anything that's excited to have a purple? Probably. Like, Bladestorm would be pretty good with a purple. In Cold Blood could be great with a purple. Sidestep would be good with a purple. Mm-hmm. You're counting two halves of a good one there, sure. That's, that sounds like an argument for 25 max HP. Seems like what that amounts to. Upgrade would be battle plan and... yeah? Sidestep? It's not as though I took damage. We are fairly good at not taking damage. How's it going, instant? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So really, all three options are whatever, is where we're at, I feel. Like, I think that still just means hell, because that's just another, like, turn of combat that we survive. If for some reason things go wrong. And the other two options don't do a lot to prevent things from going wrong. So, like... Alright, I'm getting 2 upgrade points. I'm going to upgrade Battle Plan. And something else that's kind of... Sidestep's a good upgrade too. That's fine. The Void! Could unleash your remaining soul points to inflict damage to the Void. To fight the Void, you must first beat 2 of his Vault Guardians, each of which will grant you a unique blessing. 4 stand before you. The choice is yours. I see. Oh man, we actually do have the option of Dwarven Cthulhu, the Fist, Friendly Spider Friend, and Tuxedo Alice. Yep. I assume there's no reason not to release my souls. Like, we're not like finding a soul merchant suddenly right here. Pew. So this is the effect I'm getting rid of if I defeat them. The blessings, I take it. Oh no, this is a positive from me. Oh man, see, there's an effect that's based on max HP. The first 2 cards played, just 2 cards in the entire fight. I see. With stealth and full energy. The void will start with 20% damage taken. Okay. Well, what do we got here? Puppet Master. The gloom will become its laughter as it mocks with a pantomime of dancing puppets of clacking wood. Breaking insanity, the crescendo of applause it seeks. Manipulator of Banes. So, just starts piling up a bunch of Banes. That's probably fine. Do you wish to receive the blessing from this fight? What? Why? I would approve of you telling me why my answer would be to turn that off. But oh yeah, I didn't look at the other spell. You're right. Something we probably don't want. Let's see. Nightmare Steed. 2 volatile shield. Can. Does anyone know what Shield Wall does? It costs 2 mana and it blocks, apparently. Plus, play... It's a combo block card. Okay, well... Guess we're sticking to backstab, then. Wait, is it still okay without combo? Because our block cards, well, they're not added to our actual deck, though. And it only shows the Puppet Master here, so I assume if it creates puppets, it doesn't start with them, so using the exploding bottle here won't actually be helpful. I mean, it'll still do 30 damage to it, but... Alright, let's look at all of our friends. Well, I mean, you start with your full energy, which sucks, because I already have that effect. We go through our deck very quickly to heal, which we don't need. And we get to cycle through our deck twice to start. We don't have, like, any amazing impact cards to start. Like, that's just gonna be like, okay, well, 7 more bleed or whatever. Let's look at our description of our other friends. Spider Nest. A place of phobia filled with webs and spindly legs. Countless eyes peer from the darkness, patiently waiting for the next soul to tumble into that funnel. High frenzy that get weaker the more you attack them. Even if you kill them all at once, the ending swarm can still have more reinforcements in store for you. So bunches and bunches of little spiders. The Obsidian Golem. Crafted from a stone fallen from the stars, the Obsidian Golem was conceived to destroy the void, but like many others it became blackened by corruption. The construct lumbers to conflict, with the void stones infused within its gauntlet, shimmering a radiance of raw power. High health and regeneration. As it powers up. Sounds fairly weak to bleed. Which, like, is kind of gradual damage, but is really kind of not. And the Star Council. Blinded by arrogance, the Star Callers became entombed here within the Void's domain, tormented to forever seek out an escape to the dying stars they once called home. High HP, go immune after being the target of a number of attacks. Prevent you from saving up cards in hand. That is the case, Hyper, yes. I stand by it. Alright, well, we're attacking the Puppet Master and something else, so let's start with a puppet. So does this not actually create puppets? Because it shows just the Puppet Master, it doesn't show like anything else, like it would summon minions. So, as far as I know, this is just a single enemy? No puppets, okay, well. See you later, Slice and Twain. Banes are its puppets, it would seem. Gutted or hide? All right. 7 Banes to start, huh? That's a fairly high number. And their frenzy is based on the Banes in my hand. Some value to, like, saving a sidestep in a hand for, toying with that, huh? Or specifically that sidestep, I guess. Not just any sidestep. Only the sidestep of destiny. Right, I did upgrade this. Cool. Alright, see you later. Blood mediocrity. Oh yeah, we have to discard 2 cards though. Got it. Alright, yeah. Sure. This is probably not worth throwing out yet, but have some more bleed. Oh, okay, the Banes are just in my discard to slide. Okay, so we don't need to save this for now. Okay. Cool. So kind of the first go through the deck's pretty smooth. I also want to like ditch Sanguine because we don't quite want that yet, huh? Which of these mediocrities are we ditching here? I think it's attacking for 9 even weakened, so this twice is still not enough. Alright, that's fine. Oh, this gives us block. Cool. Have 54 damage. Do you want some more bleed? I mean, we did 3 energy. It's probably fine, right? Got a sidestep in there? Yeah, alright. It's fine. Just loads of blood. Even that blocks for 4 here. Blip, blip. Keep the sidestep for next turn. Purge this. I guess we're doing that. Kind of a dumb turn, but it's fine. Exit stage right. Replace top deck card with 2 Banes. Well, discarding Bane is still useful. Just, you know, didn't do as much as it's supposed to. Oh, we can discard the volatile card though, right? Can't be purged, but it doesn't say it can't be discarded. Alright, have 4 bleed. Although, not that we're out of options that we want to discard, to be clear. But, you know, I can pretend that's helpful or something. Sure, I'm still doing that for bleed. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, well, goodbye, friend. Oh, I pressed the wrong button! Oh my god. It's fine, it's fine. It's funny, though. I was supposed to cast that. I was trying to go fast. This is what happens when Twitch tries to go fast. Also dealing with, yeah, like, control schemes I'm not quite used to. Also, they're still dead this turn, so it's not like it, you know, matters at all, but, oh wait, that does the damage, right? Alright. Whee! No strings attached. Alright, which of these other is the least bad? I don't know, skipping their first turn might still be good, but... like, it probably is, to be clear. I mean, it can be kind of funny if we, like, first play this, and then that's played twice, so we get 2 copies of it, but, you know, it's, kinda whatever. Whatever. Spiders are friends. You know what? Sure. That's not going to be very useful against the void, so we might as well throw the exploding out this pile of spiders. Okay, we want to kill one and then kill all three at the same time, in theory, but yikes. Look at these attack values. Loses one frenzy each time it is the target of an attack card. That is an ability. I'm like, that's a little AoE, huh? Oh. Hey, those are some attack cards that target things. All three of them, in fact. Oh, you have to discard twice, don't we? Okay. I mean, we're not playing that either, to be fair. But... There's a lot of damage coming in, friend. I mean, that is a targeted attack if we care. Still want to get rid of it. Okay. So we can't actually kill that this turn, can we? We got lots of block, though. We don't really care about the attack for next turn, because they'll all be dead by then. Oh, well... we do if... yeah, okay, that's a problem. We need to be careful and see if we can kill this turn, turns out. Which is not probably too hard with what we have here. Like, that's already 42 right there. 52 right there. We can actually do that twice. Okay, so we can do that twice and kill it. We already got that covered as it is. So that says we don't need this, or do we still? Let's see. 14. I mean, I guess perfecting in this fight doesn't really matter very much. Oh, and this is going to give me 4 block, though, anyway. Cool. So, 16, 20, okay. So that's 28. Math is hard. I think we still end up needing to do this, right? So those are 14 each. These are 18 each. Also, I always need to cast this for the block. Don't forget about that. Right. So that's enough right there. Blip. Just walked all over some spooters. All right. I mean, I guess that should happen when we look at the void anyway, but if for some reason it's BS, which I don't think it is, we'll add our potions in advance. That would be bizarre, though, so I assume that's not the case. Kind of thinking we weren't going to want the other spell. Let's see what it says here. The Void. When the light of the last star finally fades, this thing will remain. So cross the threshold, enter the Vault of the Void. Gains attack every turn, and debuffs will be reduced twice as fast. Sure. That's a little annoying, but... Time for the giant crocodile void. That's right. So we should trust that the game's not lying, and therefore there's not other summons, and therefore let's remove the thingy. Where is it? There, slice into it. Did you miss the blatant lie earlier, Chrono? Due to bug, but... Mistakes aren't lies. Pretty hard to keep it weak, but that's okay. No reward for the fight? Jeez. What garbage is this? Wait, I thought it said double, not triple. They will tick down by 3 instead of 1? Rude. Why did, like, the emerg... Oh, wait, that was probably one of those things, wasn't it? Let's see. No. Stealth actually doesn't matter much anyway, right? It skips its first turn, so like, oh boy, who cares? It said faster? Not okay. So why did the emergency button trigger at the start of the fight? I assume because that's what it did, right? It gave 2 of each of these. Bizarre. Alright, whatever. So the spider is just the worst reward. If we give them 2 more week, it will actually last. Pink area my favorite, apparently. This is all kind of trash, huh? Give me something a little better. That's a little better. Does count as a little better. They're already gonna have so much blood by the time we get to that, right? That we don't care about it anymore? I think so. Let's see, unless we like choose not. Well, if we trigger this, it will go down 1. If we wanted to do all of that, which would be fine, because we would be overcharged. Yeah, we could do that. Which would mean this would still be usable once if we wanted to. It's not like it's that big of a deal. That still might be the best thing to discard. We don't want this yet, actually. Let's get rid of that for now. Hey there, Quake. Oh. But it's 2 bleed from that. Alright, well, whatever, that's fine. Is that even worth it? No. No, it is not. What are you doing showing up with real damage numbers now? Or at least, yeah, that's still a lot like damage numbers, but they're implying actual damage. Greetings, Tilly's. Clearly, we need to trigger its bleed so that we can get that extra 10 damage in from this one's. No, we're not doing that? Okay. It'd be extra 13 damage because we could do the rage first. Oh man. not using that yet, are we? Like, we're gonna draw 3, discard 2. We can find a block card, right? We don't need to keep one. And, like, if we take a little damage, it's also fine? Okay. Like... Although, then again, it's not like I need to do much. Well, keeping cards prevents me from drawing new ones, though. I guess we do that for the, just the bleed here. And we use this, like, next turn? Probably? So there's a Sanguine already. We could also... that's 16 block. We get cheeky and use all of our other stuff to block. How's it going, Curly Fries 95? Thank you kindly for the raid. Welcome in, Juice Time. Like, I'm mostly fine with that. We do have to discard 2 things, though. We probably still want to get this in for its 48 damage or 36 damage or whatever it is there. Oh, they're still vulnerable. Yeah, that's like 50 odd. Oh, they're just gonna power up this turn. Which is a bit scary. Although the emergency button's progging next turn, so that's good. Elaine sent you. Well, cheers, Elaine. We are playing a roguelike deck builder, and we're currently in the final fight for the first time here. Greetings, Elaine. Was your headphone mending successful, Talise? So, like, for most of this game, I've been used to, like, really trying to min-max full blocking, but if I take, like, 2 damage or something, I think it's a big pile of who cares right now. So I think we just, I mean, I guess there's style points if we can manage to perfect the fight, right? There is style. So, I don't know. I mean, style is important. So if we did that plan, that costs 3. That's effectively free. That is 5 total cost. And then we could do that for... no, we can't do that for 7 because we have to discard 2 cards. And that would be all we would do in that case then. Which is fine-ish. That's fine-ish. And we'd probably rather use this for a big dunk than just applying 5 more bleed. Yeah, I think so. Okay. So... Oh, yeah, I forgot that we were able to discard that one too. So we did have... It's just going to be mana for next time, though. So that's 54 damage. That's better than doing this, which is technically 61 damage, but it reduces their bleed. I guess it only reduces it by 1, though. Right? So technically better? Probably. Probably technically better. There you go. Alright, so the emergency button popped, so they're only attacking for 12 here. And so that's 12 we have to block next turn. Which, we've got this sidestep right there. Okay, in addition to all of the other blocks. We maybe shouldn't have kept Blood Siphon in the deck. We can finish with it maybe, though. To be the void that will exist after all the stars have burned out, and then just sit there bleeding to death gradually. Yeah, I thought the weekend might matter. If I used this at the beginning, we would have already had a chance to use it again. Alright, kind of a anemic turn, but so we're not going to need the tower shield. We could, well, we definitely don't need the Blood Siphon. Get rid of that. And get rid of the Bloodlines. Do we stack, do we use this just so they have 2 more weaken for next turn? Like, oh, apparently we're casting that. Didn't actually mean to drag that in there, but that's fine. I mean, we probably want to use this next turn regardless, so whatever, we don't care if they're weakened next turn. We're going to weaken them anyway. Let's see. We trash both of these, we'll be at 6 energy. Yeah, that seems good. Let's do that. That's right, Hypersphere. Seven energy at that, rather. Alright, see, this turn they're attacking for a real number. 36 is starting to look like a number I might care about. Got 40 bleed on them. Well, we're not doing this turn or next turn, so it's fine. We will discard the tower shield for more block next turn. Or do we keep it? We're doing one of those things. Mana use we're using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Possibly to 8. I hesitate because, like, well, if I just hang on to the tower shield, I can just block it pretty much anyway, and not need to weaken them until the turn after again. And we'll just never use our spell, because spells are for suckers. I mean, we've got some block available. Let's keep stacking up that bleed. Do this to set up our deck better and keep stacking up our overcharge. It's only 36 now. Like, we'd probably just rather have the energy on hand. Okay. So in that case, we'll go ahead and do that. Drop that to 24. Alright, so we drew our bad blocks, but that's fine. Fortunately, the weakness from this doesn't do anything to them. Still going for that style here. We can manage to perfect the fight, right? Might be taking a lot of damage in 2 turns, though. We will see. Oh, I was like, where did that extra energy come from? Yeah, that was the energy potion. Oh, it wasn't the emergency button that procced at the beginning. It was the potion I threw at it. Right. That did almost nothing to the void. Okay. It wasn't broken, but we figured out what the actual cause was there. Bleed up to 70. $55 incoming damage. Yeah, basically we are a turn ahead of the enemies in this game. So when they inflict damage, they basically put it on the stack for next turn. So next turn, this will be 55, and that'll be our damage to block for that turn, not for this turn. Oh, this one actually is swift too, so it triggers stuff like this, huh? That one's not swift though. First Blood is not a swift attack, apparently. I guess we keep Sanguine for next turn? Probably. Good if we don't draw our other block. Alright, so no perfect, no surprises there. And in fact, it's looking a bit scary, but it's probably okay. It's only going to be 45 next turn, and we're going to be drawing our 30 block next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Shouldn't care about weaken anymore next turn. Maybe we still need to. I think it'll be fine to kind of play it by ear, so I'm not worried too much about precision here. I want to do at least one of that for the overcharge, I think. Sure. Take a cool 27 this round. Discard both. Be at 6 energy next turn. Oh, they're gonna stall this turn anyway. Alright, then we should just look for the kill. I say as I'm still... Well, this is block and a kill. But... having more health is technically more style. But if it's not max health, it doesn't really matter very much. Not much style left. Like, 125... or 1 health are the most stylish numbers. I'm not going to be trying for the latter, though. Not really the cards we were looking for here. I'm considering if we, like, hang on to Blood Siphon to plan on using it next turn for the kill, probably, right? That just doesn't fit my style, Chrono. Many people would find that stylish, and that's okay. Oh, there's a pile of extra bleed. If we can afford it. Yeah. Have some more blood, friend. Yeah. So we hang on to that. And then they're gonna be attacking for like 80, yeah. Which is fine. That's way too slow to care about now, friendo. Because... Wata! Yata! It looks like it does still give us the block if we kill them. That was like the biggest reason I wanted to save that to kill them with. I wanted to test that. Excellent. Leftover essence. Half your remaining essence. That is not much bonus, which I mean is fair. They want to encourage you to spend money if you can. But there's no like late shop to really do that. Oh, well, yeah, we get scored for everything. You get speed modifiers for killing in 5 rounds or whatever, huh? Killed 9 rounds, killed in 4 rounds. Killed in 3 rounds over here. The spiders we killed in 2 rounds. For a 2.8 bonus there. GG. A chance to choose a new card to master. We hadn't even seen 3 of these, well, 2 of these cards. I guess we did technically see a Dueling Buckler once, maybe in a shop or something. Bleed It Out is just trigger targets bleed and what? Why is there a 3rd of these? There's a common, uncommon, and rare of just trigger targets bleed that are very slightly different. Like, okay. What's our offhand weapon? Block 6, gain a volatile hidden blade. That's a good card. If you're doing a combo deck. It's not like I would have had that in my deck, and I'm not doing a combo deck. It just would have been like, well, that says block 6 instead of block 4 on it. Guess it's going in my deck. Somewhere it said what mastering does. What does mastering do? It lets you like start with 1 in your next run or something, maybe? Was that it? Yeah, okay. Well, Main Gush is like the one that is always good, right? It seems like the easy pick. Like, there's plenty of things, like, all of these can be useful, but that card is just always better than what you start with. which is not necessarily true for like the rest of these. All right, you have been mastered. Let's look at the other races real quick. Other classes, really. All right, we can only look at one. This is the Enlightened. With the ability to bend time, he strikes quickly, setting up kills well into the future. We got Martial and Mindfulness. Oh god, we're entering Zen. Of course we are. Look, the Watcher made me stop playing Slay the Spire. Every third time you enter Zen, draw a card. Enter Zen by playing 3 cards of the same type. In Zen, all cards will cost -1 energy. Sure, okay. Starting spell is Leverage. Deal 2 Shi thrice to all enemies. Thrice is a stupid word. I stand by it. Exceeding an enemy's HP will destroy it, transferring 50% split between remaining units. Unaffected by vulnerable, not a debuff. Yeah, I didn't expect it was like the Watcher that much, but just, you know, they were entering Zen. So that was the first thing I read for the class, so, you know. Enemies suffer 1 fatigue at the end of every turn. Increases the number of times Future Strike is applied. Of course it is. Deal 3 Future Strike twice. At the end of every even turn, inflicts damage. It's not the turn after next, or like the next turn. It's every even turn. Okay. Foresight 1. Reduce the cost of a card from your deck to 0 until it's played. Gaining momentum. Opener. Range. Feeling your chain. Yeah, I mean, when Clarity has 0, it can be part of that. But even then, it's like not that great. Enemies suffer fatigue at the end of every even numbered turn. Keyword browser. Yeah. This is like, hey, did you think that this game didn't have enough keywords in it? Because if that's how you feel, we got you covered now, friend. We wanted to add even more here. Stability. Opener Ghost. Oh, it has a black stone in it, basically. But, doesn't have the inert, of course. Huh. Follow up. Ah. Sure. Oh, and they've got focus. Gives you vision 1. Stack your deck. Eh? It's a little amusing that focus gives you rage, but just a little bit of a thematic awkwardness there. That's right, Tyrant. Curious indeed. Challenge codes are a cool way to add different modifiers. Yeah, I mean that's what the great masters would have taught you. Alright, so clearly we need to petition the dev to make a no time to grind mode, right? That runs take what? Background is changed, alright, sure. I don't think I did anything to trigger that. I think that was just time, probably. Yeah, clicking doesn't do anything. But yeah, just like half encounters and double rewards or something. That's probably not enough. No, that would still be. Although that would almost work by itself, probably. Like, it loosely seems like that would work better than I would expect it to. It would still want some tweaks beyond that, but